Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. It's been 2 days since I last dropped a video. I hope you guys have been making moolah, you guys have been making money. So I've come back, but we're going to first review the previous trades that we took. After reviewing the previous trades that we took, then we are going to continue. We are going to continue to the what? We are going to continue to see what we shall have for today, as we head towards the end of the week. But the main thing is to review the trades that we called out in last week's weekly analysis, and also to check on how the trades have been progressing. I've been giving you updates from Monday, Tuesday, now today Thursday, and I've come with another update. Yesterday I was not around, I was not feeling well, but now I'm back. I can give you the gist. So we're going to go straight to the charts. However, first subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, guys. We are at 220. So straight to 300 subscribers. Subscribe and be part of the community. Shout out to all the people who were the first to subscribe to the channel. You guys, I love you so much, and I'm going to be organizing something for you guys the moment we hit 500 subscribers. So please remind me. Okay, so now let's proceed with our video. Oh, first subscribe, 5 seconds, then we proceed. Okay, I hope you have. So let's proceed. So this is Euro USD. I think I should start with the US oil. US oil was a trade that happened so well. Unfortunately, I got out around here because there was some tested supply zone. However, I was not taking chances, but it flew all the way to how we had predicted it. I think this is the trade that played out to the way we predicted, followed our analysis, and played out perfectly. So if you executed this trade, you were likely to get 1,000 pips, 1,000 pips in one drop, or in one fall, 1,000 pips, and out of those 1,000 pips, you would right now be in good profit. So how was the trade? One, we came to the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame marked the low and the high of the previous week. This one marked it low and high, opening and closure, not low and high. Opening and closing price of the candle, guys, you'll excuse my voice, it is morning and I have a little bit of flu. So, and we saw that we're at a supply zone in the weekly time frame, supply zone, rally base, drop, supply zone, and then we had a trend line that was passing on that area at the supply zone. This was the third touch on the trend line. Now we always know the third touch always does the magic. So after marking that, and also knowing that most of the conferences are taking us down, we went to the daily time frame. Those of you who don't know, our strategy is the supply and demand, but we use top-down analysis to back it up. So in the daily time frame, was the same thing. Price was at the supply zone and the resistance area. So after we dropped down to look for supply and demand zones, mostly supply zone because we're looking to sell. So when we came to the 4 hour, we saw that there was a supply zone here, and by that time price was like actually here. So we waited for the market to open, tap our supply zone, and start looking for sales opportunity. So we came to the 1 hour. When the market opened, there was a beautiful supply zone of the 1 hour, which was this one here with the bearish marabuzo. So when price opened, there was a manipulation up. So if you had, we said if you had sell limit orders here, they were hit. However, we do not have them. There was a jump. So after the jump, price normalized to our supply zone. So we waited for price to start dropping down, and then we look for supply zones to sell from. Immediately price started dropping down. We got a supply zone here which was not used. Let me just mark it, guys. I'm first because it is a review. Supply zone here which was not used. Why is it? So guys, I think it is something good. Supply zone here which was not used. So we can refine it to this one. So it was not used. So price went, dropped, made a drop, base drop, supply zone. We say that there's a supply zone here, but we do not see it because it was hidden. So price dropped without us, but we waited. So it dropped, went up, dropped again, made drop, base drop. So when price made base drop, we marked this supply zone like that, and then we targeted the previous low, which was this one first level, target previous low, and then we remove some, and then price came, tapped us in, came to the previous low, started retracing. After it retraced up to here, price dropped again, retraced, and then what happened next, guys, was unbelievable. Let me put for you. These are the kind of trades that you're always going to take and be proud of. Like, if trading was like this, most of people would quit their jobs, I think, in the first year of trading. 100%. You're risking 34 pips, and then price dropped massively, guys. This was so unbelievable. Actually, I felt so bad. Where's my thing? Let me just make it big. There. Go to the daily. It is now visible. There. Look at the risk to reward, guys. Price dropped up to the next daily demand zone. We had predicted that it's going to come up to the demand zone on the weekly. However, it reached on the daily and stayed there. Up to now, price is still there. So how many pips? 1000 pips, guys, from there up to here. And the risk to reward was 1:30, guys. 1:30 risk to reward on US oil. 1000 pips. Price just dropped. And one of the things that aided this drop, or some of the things that helped this price to drop massively like this, it is because of the fundamentals in the Middle East. The US, remember, had attacked the Middle East. The Israel had attacked the Middle East, and then the US got involved in the conflict. So due to that, fuel prices dropped. We're expecting actually for them to go high up to around $100 per barrel, but instead they dropped. Why? Because we had a supply zone, and this was the next it was the third touch of the trend line. So the technicals were telling us to sell, and I called this trade, guys, on my weekly analysis on Sunday. Just imagine calling 1000 pips, and then what happened, what supported us most. This is not the real move of the market. The real move is always slow and steady, like this, but this huge drop, it was aided by the fundamentals. Luckily enough, we were on the right side of the analysis, so we managed to bag those pips. Okay, so that was US oil. So I'm going to proceed. So what do I think about US oil? I think US oil, this is a demand zone. Price just reacted on the demand zone, tried to go up, but it failed. Now it's looking down. I think US oil might want to come and test this weekly demand zone before we can start going up. That is what I think. However, price is always free to do whatever it wants. But for now, you can just be cautious about that area. If you are thinking to buy from that zone, think twice. Think twice. Okay, and now we come to Euro USD. We had also Euro USD. Euro USD, if you go and watch my videos very well, I told you by that time we were here. Remember, we had marked this. This is a daily demand zone. So we wanted price action to come down to the daily demand zone before it can buy and then sell. So what happened is Euro USD opened, and then after opening, it used this demand zone. We were good. When it used this demand zone, we were good. We said we shall buy from here. However, we did not buy because it surprised us. We were still expecting it to come down. But it used this demand zone and gave you this bullish engulfing candle, telling you that it's going up. So we had another supply zone here. Beautiful supply zone, guys. This is a very beautiful supply zone. Drop, base, drop. Look at the huge move away. There's liquidity here, and price was looking to target this demand zone. So definitely you are selling this supply zone here. However, I told you clearly that since we were stopped out on the previous week's trade, the other week, GBP, NZD, Euro AUD, and GBP CAD, since we were stopped out with stop orders, we agree that we shall be taking confirmation entries, especially if we have trades on the daily and 4 hour. We shall be taking confirmation on a 15 minutes time frame, and this is the line that you see here. I'm going to go for the 15 minutes shortly and then I show you. So when we reached here, I just knew when we broke this supply zone, I said maybe this is the supply zone that price wanted to use. However, I was not favoring this much because this was a great supply zone to sell from. So since price violated it with this huge candle, we were not in this trade. Someone told me I was stopped out, but remember I had told you use confirmation entries, not buy, not sell limits. So we were not in this trade because of this bullish big candle. So we went to the 15 minutes time frame. And what did I tell you on the 15 minutes time frame? We shall wait for price to come and take out a demand zone, this demand zone here. Guys, follow with me correctly. And then I told you, if we do not take out this demand zone, then we shall look on, if we do not take out this demand zone and we break this supply zone, then we shall look for the demand. Guys, go and look for that video. Go and look for that video, because now what I'm trying to show you is top secrets. Top secrets. Hey, top secrets, guys. Top things. So I told you, if we do not take out, because we were supposed to take out the trend line, take out the trend line and then take out this demand zone, then we can confirm that we are going to sell. So now we look for a supply zone that has taken out this demand zone, we sell. Instead, price did not. Price went, broke structure up here. After breaking structure up here, it played around. Remember, after breaking even structure, it broke even the supply zone. So price started playing around. When it played around, I saw a demand zone down here. Very clear and clean demand zone down there. Guys, I hope you're following. So when seeing this demand zone, obviously there is no way I would sell unless this zone was taken out. The only valid idea was to buy. Why was the valid idea to buy? Why? Because there was a break of structure here. Break of structure also violating this supply zone. This is a 4-hour supply zone that was violated by a break of structure here. Look at the bullish move away from this area. These are the kind of demand zones everyone would want to buy from. Okay, not everyone, but at least me. We removed the downward trend line, which was here. We also removed the supply zone on the 4-hour. This was this white faint marking that I put here, this white background you see here, is the 4-hour supply zone. We removed that 4-hour supply zone with huge momentum within 3 candles. 1, 2, 3. We had removed that 4-hour supply zone. There is no way you are telling me that I'm not buying in this market. There is liquidity to come and be swept down here. The displacement is high. There is a big imbalance that was supposed to be filled, violating a supply zone, seemingly saying that we are going to the upside with our price action. So the right thing to do was to look for buys, not sells, despite the fact that we had crossed this trend line. After crossing the trend line, we had not removed the demand zone, this demand zone, and it had now created another one, breaking this structure here. There is no way you're going for sales here. So now, did we buy Euro USD? No, we did not buy Euro USD. Why didn't we buy Euro USD when the analysis was correct? Because price did not come down here to pick our orders. So we missed that. However, we got the one for GBP USD. Guys, if you know, GBP USD moves the same as Euro USD. So in most cases you will get both, or you will miss one, but you will not fail to get the other. So now Euro USD, GBP USD, same thing, same thing, guys. Same thing. And we have another demand zone that we left here. So GBPUSD, what happened was, for GBPUSD, it did everything we had calculated. How? We had a daily demand zone here. Yes, it was tested, but price again came back to that demand zone and respected. So when the market opened, just like on Euro USD, price dropped into that demand zone, respected it. Yes, there is a week out, but remember, confirmation entries, guys, confirmation entries. So same thing on Euro USD, we did not catch this huge move to the upside. I remember, not catch it, but we had a supply zone. Same thing like on Euro USD, you had a supply zone here, clean supply zone. Look at the move away. We broke this structure to the downside. There was a trend line that was removed. We went to a 1:2 in only one candle. This is a dream move away, drop base drop. So we were looking to sell from here. However, due to what had happened the other previous week, we were not looking for sell limits. We were looking for confirmation trades, and I think this thing helped us so much. So when we went to the 15 minutes, this is what you saw. Same things, guys, same things. We had to put a trend line here. Here. Yes, and we said a trend line, the price should come, cross this trend line, and also remove the supply zone, the demand zone here or here. Here or here. That is what we had said. However, after price had closed that, same thing on Euro USD, price made a huge bullish move, breaking this structure here. Some people mark up to the wicks, but me, I normally mark the body closure. But even if you mark up the wicks, it made a very huge move to the upside. So price created a lot of liquidity traps here as it went up. So we realized that after this break of structure and violating this supply zone, we are now switched the bias from bearish to bullish. So I marked here my clean demand zone. Really, guys, this is a very clean demand zone. Marked here my clean demand zone like that. Yes, I think it was like that. I marked there my clean demand zone and waited for price to come back to that area and pick my orders. My entries are the same. Put here, since this is the 15 minutes time frame, you don't need confirmation, guys. Which time frame are you going to go to? 5 minutes. So there, I think it was around 16 pips. It has to be around here. It was around 16 pips. Let me just put it in, but I had put around 16 pips. And now what happened is price came, tapped us in with sniper entries, and look at, guys, look at where price went. This is where I got out from with 0.5. I think it was around 60. 0.5 giving me $300. It was around 60 something there where I got out from. Price retraced and then kept on shooting up. Kept on shooting up. So if you had followed what I had told you very well, you would be in much profits. Remember, do not panic, prepare, wait, and execute ruthlessly. That is what we followed here. That is what we followed here. Do not panic, prepare, wait, and execute ruthlessly. Guys, that is what we followed here, and it really worked out in our favor. Remember, price can do whatever it wants. However, you have to stack a lot of confluences in your favor in order to know that you're moving in the direction of where price is going. So how do you do that? It is very simple. You know that price wants to use the supply zone up. However, you use the confirmation entries. If it is not using the supply zone, then we shall use the demand zone that has broken the supply zone. This is the demand zone that broke the supply zone to buy to the upside. Guys, go and watch that video. Go and watch that video. These same things I'm repeating again, they're the things I said. If you use that analysis, you are good to go. You are still in profits, guys. I think so far we entered a lot size of 0.5. So if you entered 0.1, you would be in $152. If you entered one, that is $1,500 as of now. So guys, don't say I did not give you the gist. At least I've tried my best. I've tried my best, guys. This is a trade that I called out. I gave you, and it has moved on very, very, very well. So that is all, guys. I just wanted to review some of the trends that we had this week, and see how they are progressing. So let's go through. I also talked about USD card. It was supposed to drop. I think it is dropping. It is dropping, but USD card has been disturbing. It has been stuck in that area for the longest time. We talked about gold dropping. Gold dropped. Now it is buying. Gold. I don't know what is wrong with gold. People don't have big accounts. My advice is first leave gold alone for now. Let it stabilize. We shall see. But I know it is going to buy. Okay, so that is all. If you've liked the video, if you've learned something from the video, kindly like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I told you I'll be sharing content every day like this. Okay guys, subscribe to the channel and have a blessed day.